Hello everyone and welcome back. So in this last and final video, we shall discuss some of the Group C positions. Hopefully, the last two videos on Group A positions and Group B positions were clear to all of you. Now taking the first post under Group C category is the technical assistant. So it is a non-ministerial post with a scale of pay of level 5. The sanction strength, that is the number of posts under technical assistant, are 106, in which there are 20 posts which have been sanctioned under OBC expansion grant and additional 5 posts of instrument mechanic which have been merged as technical assistant. So if I go ahead, I have also given the segregation of these 106 positions, which includes technical assistants working in physics, botany, chemistry, zoology, geology, etc., till political science. So this is a total of 106 positions. Now, if I come back and look at the method or mode of recruitment here under technical assistant post, we can see here that 50% of the recruitment is by promotion, 25% is by limited departmental examinations, and the rest 25% is by direct recruitment. Now let's see what is the eligibility criteria under promotions. So under promotions, the laboratory assistants who have at least 5 years of regular service in the cadre are eligible for promotions for the position of technical assistant. And not only this, they have to undergo 1 week of job specific training or or skill enhancement program conducted by any university or college. Now, if we look at the criteria for limited departmental test, which is 25% by LDEs, we can see here that amongst the laboratory assistants who have at least 3 years of regular service in the cadre in the concerned department are eligible for limited departmental examinations. Rest 25% is by direct recruitment. And if we see the educational qualifications for direct recruitment, it says that the essential criteria is that the candidate should possess a bachelor's degree, having studied relevant subjects with 2 years of experience in the relevant field, or the candidate should possess a postgraduate degree in relevant subject or BE or BTech in relevant subject, or a 3 years diploma in relevant subject from government recognized institute having 4 years of work experience in laboratory related work. So this was about the post of technical assistant. So if we move ahead, there is another post of technical assistant which is specifically for computers, and the sanction strength under this is 41. This is a group C non-ministerial post with a scale of pay of level 5. And here, if we look at the method of recruitment, it says it is 100% by direct recruitment. So there is no provision for promotions and there is no provisions for a limited departmental examination. So it is purely on, uh, or you can say it is purely through direct recruitment. And if we look at the educational qualifications for direct recruitment under technical assistant computers, it says the essential criteria would be that the candidate must possess a graduate or postgraduate degree in computer science or computer engineering or computer technology or any of the related disciplines which have been mentioned here. Also, it has been noted that the selection will be based on the basis of the scheme of examination which has been prescribed by the university from time to time. Also, if you can see at the bottom that promotions, deputations is not applicable under technical assistant computers. Going forward, the initially when we had said that the sanction strength under technical assistant computers is 41. In the next slide, there is the segregation of these 41 posts. So you can say that the department under which there are two categories would be PMB, then DUCC has 12, SDC has 7, computer science has 2, Faculty of Management Studies has 2, and the list goes on till 12, and this is how the segregation of 41 posts have been distributed here. Going ahead, so let's discuss the position of assistant, which is a Group C ministerial post, and the sanction strength here is 320. It it is a level 4 scale of pay position. If we look at the method or mode of recruitment, there is 50% of recruitment by promotion, 25% by limited departmental examinations, and the rest 25% by direct recruitment. And if we look at the eligibility criteria for promotions, the rules say that amongst the junior assistants or caretakers working in the pay scale of level 2 with a minimum period of 5 years of regular service are eligible for promotion, in addition to that they should have undergone 1 week of job specific training or skill enhancement program conducted by any college or university. And through this promotion cadre, or you can say through these promotions, 50% of the recruitment is by it. If we look at the limited departmental examination, which comprises of 25% of the recruitment, so the junior assistants or the caretakers working in the pay level of 2 with a minimum service of 3 years in the concerned department or cadre are eligible for limited departmental examinations. The rest 25% is by direct recruitment, and the educational qualifications for direct recruitment would be that the candidate must possess a graduate degree from a recognized university in any discipline with good working knowledge of computers. So this is an essential requirement for those people who are being admitted through direct recruitment, which has 25% of its weightage. Okay, so if we move ahead, we come on to the laboratory assistant. And this is again a Group C non-ministerial post, and the sanction strength is 112, in which the segregation is 92 plus 20 posts have been sanctioned under OBC expansion grant. And if we move ahead, the 112 the number of posts which are 112 have been segregated as per this sanctioned strength in different departments, which comprises of physics, botany, chemistry, zoology, geology, and the list goes to genetics. So this is how 112 number has been arrived. Going back, let's look at the mode of recruitment here under laboratory assistant. So the maximum weightage here is given to promotions, and which is 75% through promotions. The rest 25% is by direct recruitment. So there is no limited departmental exams here under laboratory assistants. And under promotions, let's look at the eligibility criteria for those who are eligible for promotions. So for laboratory assistants, a laboratory attendant who has at least 5 years of regular service in the concerned department. Along with it, that person should have undergone 2 trainings of 1 week conducted in the relevant discipline by the concerned college or university. So these are two requirements for promotions. The rest 25% is by direct recruitment. So let us have a look at the educational qualifications. And the essential qualifications which are required for direct recruitment would be that the person should have passed senior secondary, that is 10 plus 2, or an equivalent examination with relevant science subject, or that person should have a graduate degree with a relevant subject. So this was about laboratory assistant. Going ahead, let's look at the position of library assistant. The sanctioned number of posts is 22, and it is a Group C non-ministerial position with a pay level of 3. Going ahead, let's look at the mode or method of recruitment for library assistant. We can see here that 50% of the recruitment is by promotions, 25% is by limited departmental examinations, and the rest 25% is by direct recruitment. And what would be the eligibility criteria for promotions? So amongst the library attendants working in the university with at least 5 years regular service in the grade and should have attended one computer training program of a duration of 1 week as library attendant conducted by DULS or training of comparable duration from a registered institution. They are subject to the fulfilling of minimum qualification for direct recruitment. So this was about the promotion aspect under library assistant. If we look at uh, limited departmental examinations, so from amongst these library attendants who have at least 3 years regular service in the grade, subject to their fulfillment of minimum qualification for direct recruitment. And if we look at the direct recruitment, which is 25%, we can see here that the central qualifications would be that the person or the candidate must have passed senior secondary or equivalent examination. Then that person should have a certificate in library science or library and information science from recognized university, and that candidate should possess a computer course at senior secondary level or basic course in computer science or word processing from a recognized registered institution. Okay, so this was about library assistant. Um, let's come to the position of a junior assistant. Here, the sanctioned posts are 317. It's a Group C ministerial position and it falls in the pay level of 2. Here, as we can see, that the method of recruitment here is 75% by direct recruitment and 25% by limited departmental examinations. So there is no concept of promotions as a method of recruitment. And if we look at the educational qualifications for direct recruitment, we can see that there are two essential uh, criteria for direct recruitment. First would be that the candidate must possess a senior secondary school certificate, that is 10 plus 2 or its equivalent from a recognized board. And the second is that the candidate must have a typing speed of 35 words per minute in English or 30 words per minute in Hindi typewriting through computers. If we talk about the 25% of recruitment by limited departmental examinations, so let's see who all is eligible for appearing in the limited departmental examinations. So from amongst the matriculate employees working in the university with a minimum period of 3 years in the regular service in the cadre, employees from library and laboratory cadre will not be eligible for the LDEs. So from library and laboratory cadre, the candidates cannot sit for the position of junior assistants. Okay, so this was about the junior assistant position. Now moving ahead, we come to the position of a multitasking staff, which was earlier known as a daftari, jester, cum photocopy operator, office attendant, sanitary guide, and sorter. So here the number of positions are 311. It is a non-ministerial position and the level of pay scale is 1. And if we see at the method of recruitment here, so there is 50% recruitment through direct and 50% by short-term contract or outsourcing basis. And in case of a direct recruitment, all the person needs to possess under educational qualifications is that the person should be a 10th pass or ITI equivalent. So this was about the multitasking or the MTS position. Next we come on to the library attendant position. Here the number of posts or the sanction strength is 122. It's a group C ministerial position and falls under the pay scale of 1. If we see the method or mode of recruitment, so there is 100% direct recruitment here. So there is no LDEs or promotion here. All the recruitment has to be done is through direct recruitment, which is 100%. And let's look at the qualifications, essential qualifications for direct recruitment. So a person who is possessing a 10th or equivalent examination from any state education board, from any state education board or government recognized institution, and that person needs to have a certificate in library sciences or library and information sciences from a recognized institution. So both these factors are essential under educational qualifications for a direct recruitment. Next, we come to computer laboratory attendant. So this is for colleges only, and it is a Group C non-ministerial position which falls under the pay scale level of 1. Here, as we can see here in this as well, the mode or method of recruitment is purely through direct recruitment, and which is 100%. So there are no promotions, no LDEs, and there is no deputation here. And what is the educational and essential qualifications under direct recruitment? So a person should have passed 10th or an equivalent examination with science subjects from a recognized board, and the computer laboratory attendant should also perform all duties of MTS in the respective laboratories. So this is a note, and the essential qualification has been stated here as that the person should be a 10th pass or an equivalent examination clearer with science subject from a recognized board. Next, we discuss a laboratory attendant. So in the previous slide, it was computer laboratory attendant. In the next post, it is purely on laboratory. It is purely for a laboratory attendant. So here the sanction strength is 172, and including 172, there are 30 posts which have been sanctioned under OBC expansion grant. So it is a Group C non-ministerial position and falls under the pay level of 1. If we say here also the method of recruitment is by direct recruitment, no LDEs, no promotion, nothing is applicable here. And what is the educational qualifications or essential qualifications for a person to have been directly recruited for laboratory attendant? So that person should have passed a 10th or an equivalent examination with science subjects from a recognized board. And the selection will be made on the basis of the scheme of examination prescribed by the university from time to time. So this brings us to the end of the Group C positions. So here we have discussed a number of Group C positions ranging from assistants to junior assistants to laboratory attendant, laboratory assistant, library attendant, library assistant, and various other positions. Under Group B, we looked into section officers, senior personal assistants, senior assistants, professional assistants, senior technical assistants, and the likes of it, including all the new rules that have been prescribed in the new recruitment rules, which had been notified in the year 2020. And in the first video, we had described the various types of Group A positions, which included a controller of examinations, um, assistant registrars, administrative officers, deputy registrars. So I hope with all these 4 videos, you all would have been able to understand the new rules that have been recently notified to us. Hope to see you again in the future, and take care and all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.